If you don't like the NBA or you don't like sleeping, get out.
You shouldn't have clicked the video, baby. But I personally have been watching an unhealthy amount of NBA, especially the playoffs. I've only missed 2 playoff games. The first OKC Houston game, and I can't even remember what the second game was.
Didn't you say it was the Thunder Rockets, maybe? Or
That's what I literally just said.
You just said it.
Good job, buddy. But yeah, I can't remember the other game.
The Heat Pacers.
Yes, the first Heat Pacers game. But
That was a good game.
We did watch that one.
yeah,
It wasn't that good of a game.
we're just excited that the NBA has been back.
So excited.
Yeah, so excited. The playoffs it feels really good, really natural. The basketball, quality basketball.
The arena sounds that they pump in there they help a lot. Like, it doesn't feel like summer league because there's a crowd.
Yeah,
Which isn't real, but it helps.
it definitely helps. So we got Nick, the self-proclaimed basketball analyst.
Never proclaimed that of myself.
And Andy just learned, he's been studying the NBA for a little while now.
Student of the game.
He's up in, a scholar.
Just call me the scholar.
Of the game. Mainly from 2K.
And he watches the games with a pencil and paper. He's just taking notes as he goes.
And I hear them talk about it a lot.
So, you got the best of the best sitting at this table right now to break down the NBA. The best in the game.
Qualified in the game right now.
At least in the ASMR game.
Oh, okay, yeah, probably.
We're definitely the best in the
I'd say
ASMR
we're
game.
better than ESPN, frankly.
Yeah.
I don't know, as far as ASMR goes, we might be second to last or something like that.
Next thing you know, we're gonna be after First Take.
Yeah, it's gonna be Stephen A. and Max, and then Molly's gonna be like, and up next is the fellas.
It's gonna be that.
We'll probably have our own radio show. And people just tune in with their radios. Just you hear whispering.
Fellas. That's ASMR too on the radio, so you're driving to
The
work.
fellas in the morning.
Start on serious radio. Make our way up. But yeah,
So, let's just get it started.
let's get into it.
Who are your boys' picks for the NBA Finals?
Shoosh.
Shoosh, baby.
You're getting down deep.
Dude, we were saying this is the first year where there's not a favorite in a long time, like a prohibitive favorite. Like the Warriors have been expected to win it
I would.
every year.
Yeah, they used to. It's like 4 years in a row. You knew who was gonna be there,
Yeah,
and now they're the worst teams in the NBA.
yeah, it feels pretty good. Yeah,
I still think they have a shot.
Our Cavs got the number 5 pick.
Yep, Warriors got number 2. That's gonna be a scary team next year. Steph, Clay, Trey, and the number 2 pick, whoever that is.
But
LaMelo.
yeah, little side note. I'm really glad that the worst teams in the NBA aren't getting those really good picks.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm so glad.
Yeah,
Like, I didn't want the Cavs to get the number 1 pick
I mean,
because
I
it would
want
just
the Cavs.
encourage the teams to suck. I hate that. So it's nice to see, like, the Pelicans get Zion
Yeah,
last year, and I don't.
the Knicks have the number 8 pick.
Yeah,
That's
screw
what
the
stood out
Knicks.
to me. That is rough because they are and were terrible.
Yeah,
But anyways, back to the finals.
back to the finals. Andy, I want to know what's your
Mr.
take.
Scholar.
I want to know what's going on.
It's either between the Lakers and the Mavs. It's either LeBron
You're
or
saying
Luka.
Western Conference Finals wise.
No, I'm saying like in the finals.
The Mavericks
It's
of
either
the West Cup. Oh,
It's either LeBron or Luka in the finals versus I think Jason Tatum and Marcus Smart with the Celtics.
Can they even play in the finals, Nick?
so the Lakers could play the Mavericks in the Western Conference Finals because the Mavericks are 7 and the Lakers are 1. So if they win all their games, they would face each other in the Western Conference Finals.
And you got the Mavs. playoffs because it's been chippy.
Other than freaking Kristaps getting kicked out for no reason.
Oh, yeah, of course.
That was a big moment because the Mavericks, they were ahead when that happened.
Yeah,
they immediately started going downhill after.
But that's going to be a good series nonetheless.
Yeah, for sure.
It could go 7 games. That's one I'm excited to watch.
Yeah,
I'm always excited for those games. But, so who do you got winning the title? You got
LeBron and the Lakers. Yeah.
Okay. Can't go wrong.
Dude, LeBron, I don't know how he does it, but he always has a way to get there. And
that is true.
And
very true.
I think
something that Jordan did not do.
I think Anthony Davis backing him up is going to be tough to beat. Who do you think is going to be the Eastern champs?
Dude, it's tough. The Bucks have not impressed me. Like, their first loss was kind of a fluke. I mean, they played terrible defense on pick and rolls. Vucevic was literally wide open every single time. They would do a pick and roll with Vucevic, and he would just catch the ball and shoot it and make it wide open every time. So that's a bit
Their
trouble.
defense is definitely lacking, and Chris Middleton is playing like butt cheeks. I think Chris Middleton had like 4 points today. It was something like that. Chris Middleton's got to get it together.
They're full of players who are like okay shooters and okay defenders. Like, Brook Lopez only shoots like 33%. Eric Bledsoe's even worse. Like, the Bucks just aren't built for the playoffs, I don't think. I honestly, so once they beat the Magic, which obviously they're gonna beat the Magic because the Magic are the worst freaking team ever. They suck. So. But yeah, I honestly, so the Heat, are they gonna beat the Pacers? I think the Heat will probably beat the Bucks. Honestly, I got the Heat in 7.
You think you got in the East?
That Celtics Raptors series is gonna be probably the best of the playoffs. I think it's a 7 game for sure. It's a 7 game for sure. But with Gordon Hayward's injury, I'm leaning Raptors, and then I think the Raptors will come out of the East. They are just a solid.
I forgot about
solid
the Gordon
team.
Hayward injury because
Yeah,
the Celtics were my pick out of the East, but then without Gordon Hayward,
They have no depth on that team.
back to where we were because the camera died for the 3rd time. Back to
We were talking about the Celtics.
Yeah, we were talking about the Celtics,
They
but
have
you
no
never
depth.
made your pick from the East.
Yes, I did. I said the Raptors.
Oh, so you think the Raptors are going to come out of the East?
It's a toss-up.
How long
but I
is
think
Gordon out?
4 weeks.
I think the Raptors are the best coached team
Oh, yeah, Nick Nurse.
probably in the
Milks
NBA.
their talent. Like, he just gets
Yeah.
the best out of them. And Kyle Lowry, he might not have the stats of a superstar, but that man is a superstar.
Yeah. I mean, personally, I think it'd be great to see the Clippers and the Raptors play
That would be
in the
awesome.
finals
That'd
and
be
have a
hilarious. Kawhi's like,
Kawhi versus Raptors.
hopefully I win, so it's like I made the right choice. But
Yeah.
either way,
That would be
I mean,
epic.
it seemed like no matter what he chose, he was making the finals.
Yeah.
If that's the case.
My pick was definitely the Celtics at the beginning of the playoffs, but without Gordon Hayward, I don't think that they're going to be able to do it.
They have a good chance. I think
Dude, Jason Tatum
is a dog.
solid. He's a killer.
He's gonna be first team All NBA multiple times.
Killer out there.
Sweet.
He's a sweet name.
Jaylen Brown, I don't know when he developed a solid jump shot.
I know. I was thinking the same thing.
Like, his jump shot looks great.
He's the perfect, like, second best player on the team. He can do it
Kemba is
all.
the perfect point guard to lead that team.
Yes.
And
I love
all they're
Kemba.
missing is Gordon Hayward, man. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, they're gonna miss him because they don't have a lot of depth. Like, their starters are awesome, but off the bench they don't have much.
And they actually defend Joel Embiid fairly well. Like Joel.
Considering their center's like 6'5".
Yeah. Daniel Tice.
He's pretty solid, honestly.
Yeah. And his canter, who is
That's right.
notoriously bad at defense.
Yeah.
But
I haven't seen him play well on offense either.
I think he's one of your old Nick boys.
Yeah,
has, because as we said, Chris Middleton is buns.
Right.
Eric Bledsoe's, he had the coronavirus, and he's clearly not himself yet.
So
however, he is always bad in the playoffs, so.
Yeah. So we got 2 Raptors.
Celtics.
And the Celtics.
I really like Kemba. He's on my fantasy team, so I may be a little biased, but
he probably wasn't the best fantasy option this year.
There were some times he was pretty great. Sometimes he was not the best. But
in the West, who you guys got?
The West is just like the East. It's a toss-up. I mean, LA Lakers. They got LeBron and Anthony Davis. Hard to argue that. The Clippers, Kawhi and Paul George. Very freaking good. But, man, I don't know. I would say probably the Clippers. But also, the Rockets have been incredible. If they're going to make it to the finals, this might be their year.
Westbrook out?
They said, like, 1 game at the least and a series at the most. What's that? Like, everyone other than James Harden. Normally, everyone but James Harden sucks, but they're all playing awesome. So once Russell Westbrook comes back into the equation.
So there's 4 teams that could potentially take the West.
Lakers, Clippers, Rockets, I think.
Mavs,
Mavericks.
according to Andy.
The Mavericks, yes.
Then I don't know if you want to, I mean, we're kind of counting out the Trailblazers right now because they played so poorly, but
Yeah, I'm counting.
do you guys think they can make a comeback and make it a series?
They're just gassed. They've been playing so well. Like, they've been playing great.
They just took a break. They just took a break this game.
Well, yeah. Damian Lillard destroyed his finger, so.
He's supposed to be coming back.
Yeah, I know.
He said he was supposed to play in Game 3.
If it's on his shooting hand, I don't know. Is
Today.
it right or left hand?
Yeah.
Which one? Which hand? Right or left?
I have a feeling he's going to play whether it's messed up or
He's
not.
going to play. He said he is.
It's his left hand.
Okay. Non-shooting hand. Okay. So, yeah. I mean, CJ, his back is hurting him. Damian Lillard's finger is now hurting him.
Guys, my roommate is a doctor, Dr. Ward, and he says that you don't need to worry about CJ's back injury because he broke his transverse process, which is not as bad as a fractured spine or a fractured vertebrae. It sounds bad, but it's not as bad as it sounds.
We got some insider information with him.
Insider information from Dr. Ward. Little shout out to Dr. Ward. Just in case you guys didn't know, we're not roommates anymore.
Yeah.
They were roommates.
Alex ditched us.
That's a joke Nick and Andy won't understand because it's from Vine.
I didn't hear what you said.
I said they were roommates.
I don't get it.
That's a shame. That's a shame.
Is it? Is it
It
though?
is 100%.
Also, another concern with the Lakers, like in getting more specifically why I'm concerned about the Lakers. One, when Dwight Howard or JaVale McGee is on the floor with Anthony Davis, all he does is spot up, and he's not a good spot up shooter. And like, they just have too many centers and not enough guards.
Yeah.
Like their fit isn't the best. When there's no centers on the floor, LeBron and Anthony Davis are sweet, but yeah, they're outside of Anthony and LeBron. They are looking rough.
Yeah, we just don't want to see Anthony Davis turn into a Kevin Love.
Yeah.
Which is not what's going to happen because Anthony Davis is
He's too
far
good.
more talented than
So
Kevin
good.
Love. And
Take that back.
But also, did you guys hear?
Andy in a soft spot right there.
Here's number 2. Did you guys hear? LeBron said something in a press conference. Like, I don't know what the question was, but he was basically just like, yeah. And then there's some off-court stuff going on. So that's all the more I'm gonna say on that.
It's probably Kentavious Caldwell Pope or whatever his name is. KCP.
But my point is, like, I found it strange that LeBron brought that up for no reason at all. And
I didn't hear about that.
Yeah, in a press conference, he's just straight up like, yeah, we're having some off-court troubles right now, and I'm not going to answer any questions about it. And like, why did you freaking bring it up? That's probably just LeBron giving himself a reason. Like, if he loses, he can just blame it on that. That's my guess. I don't know why else he would say that, but either way, it's concerning.
I think it's JR.
JR comes in,
J.R. Smith really
starts
causing
making
problems
trouble.
out there.
I think LeBron's still mad at him for the championship.
I'm still mad at him for that
years ago.
I remember just watching that game. Do you guys? We were all watching that game together. Do you guys remember just being like, Jack got the rebound? What? He's just dribbling out there. That was one of the most stupid basketball players I've ever seen. That was so sad. And then, did you hear LeBron went in the locker room and punched a wall and like broke his hand? Yeah.
Yeah.
Rough times.
Yeah, I do. That's sad. Let's not talk about that.
Yeah, let's move on.
Let's move on past that.
The Jazz-Denver series.
Jazz
Neither of them
Denver
are going anywhere, I don't think, but it's been a fun series to watch.
I'll say this. I think that they're two of the most boring teams to watch, but them together makes competitive games, which is fun to watch.
Dude, it was super fun to watch Spider-Man face Jamal Murray. That was a fun game.
Yeah, that was a fun game. Jamal Murray is one of those players.
They scored like 30 points in the last quarter, it seemed like.
Yeah, that was kind of exciting to watch him go back and forth.
Jamal Murray is the type of player, like one game you look at him and like, this dude is freaking sweet. And then the next game he comes out and gets like 10 points, like 5 turnovers. Like, what is going on? Yeah, Donovan Mitchell, that was like one of the best performances I've ever seen.
Yeah.
He was just getting to the rim.
Unstoppable.
Every time. He's also, like, he's not very tall. I would say he's probably like 6'3", 6'4", but his arms are so freaking long. Did you see that? Like, I swear, his palms are like dragging on the ground when he's walking.
Dang. No, I didn't know that. Is that why they call him Spider-Man? Is that why they call him Spider?
Yeah.
It's not why they call him Spider-Man, because they don't call him Spider-Man.
No one calls him Spider-Man. It's that
That's
scholar.
Spider-Man.
But yeah, no, Michael Porter Jr., he's looking like he might be sweet one day, but his defense has been so atrocious that they can't even keep him on the floor. Like,
exactly.
And the one thing I'll say about the Jazz, in the bubble especially, like, they could not create their own shots. They've been creating their own shots. Like, Donovan Mitchell, obviously. Jordan Clarkson has been doing that.
Jordan Clarkson is a dog.
Jordan Clarkson is a dog. Joe Ingles has been getting in there, getting assists.
Where was that when you were with us?
Dude,
where were
Jordan
you?
Clarkson turned it on when he left the Cavs. Holy crap. I mean, he still does some really stupid stuff sometimes where it's just like, oh, Jordan's not passing this possession. Jordan is going to dribble out the shot clock by himself.
Jordan Clarkson is a mercenary. It doesn't matter what team Jordan Clarkson is on. Jordan Clarkson is going to play exactly the same on every single team.
He's decided, I am the best scorer ever, and every shot I shoot is better than every other shot that someone else shoots.
Yeah.
You gotta admire him for that, because honestly, when we play basketball, I don't have balls like that. Like, I would never shoot as many shots.
It doesn't matter what the offense is.
No.
When Jordan Clarkson is in the game, you might as well take everybody out. Take everybody out. It's Jordan Clarkson time.
Just take all the starters out and just put the whole bench in with Jordan.
Exactly. We were watching that Jazz game. We were talking about how you have some Jordan Clarkson shades in your game. In that, like, you don't have the best vision in the world when you play, and you love taking pull-up mid-range jump shots, like Jordan Clarkson. I will say you're better with respect to the norm of rec players versus NBA players. Like, you are a better rec player than Jordan Clarkson is an NBA player, but there's some similarities there.
He did your trademark spin.
Yeah, he does a lot of spin mid-range jumpers.
Yeah.
Wait, you're looking like you can't even believe this right now.
I'm having trouble understanding what you guys are saying, so I'm just saying. I hear like one of every 3 words. So I heard turnaround jump shot. I heard rec center basketball, Jordan Clarkson. So I'm trying to piece it all together. Okay. And then you look at me like I'm supposed to say something, and then I laughed the first time. And then you actually wanted me to respond, and I just said yeah. So,
Have any of us even heard what any of us have been saying? This whole time we just say
sometimes it
yes.
gets hard.
But no, anyways, we compared you to Jordan Clarkson. It's whatever. We don't have to talk about it anymore.
I haven't heard a single word either of you guys have said the entire time. Yeah, for sure, because
it got us talking about it.
Yeah, the last little scene when they're all standing together, their bodies aren't moving at all, but their faces are, like literally just their faces.
Well, if that was their mission to get people talking about it because the face swap technology is so bad, then they succeeded.
Honestly, it worked because it was funny. But then I read the comments and people were like, I'm offended.
Yeah.
That's what every single comment was. So I don't even, if you guys want to go watch that commercial, it's like Hulu. Just
search a Hulu commercial with Aaron Judge and Damian Lillard, and you'll see what we're
go
talking
check it out.
This is Hulu's free advertisement.
Yeah, Hulu, shout out to you, even though you're low-key like the worst streaming
If you
service
want to sponsor
ads over.
the channel, feel free. Just reach out, shoot an email.
I mean, I guess you didn't hear me, but I was just bashing it a little bit.
Oh,
I was just calling it the worst streaming service out there because of the commercials and crap.
well, I'd still take a sponsorship.
Okay, well,
Any press is good press.
You're just gonna get an honest advertisement out of us.
yeah, we're just being honest out here.
Hulu, your commercials suck, but you offer some good television shows.
No, that's
Alright.
fine. I'm saying like the fact that they have commercials in between their television shows.
Alright. So, who do you guys think is the best player in the playoffs right now?
Bubble. He's talking about the best player in the bubble.
If that equals playoffs, then yes.
LeBron is still the best player in the NBA. However, if we're talking building a team, like
We're not talking about building a team.
talking about,
No,
okay,
we're not talking. You always want to talk about building a team.
Right here.
I want to build a team.
yeah,
I'm an NBA GM.
if we're talking about
We're
like
not all playing.
most valuable player to have, I'd say Luka. But if we're talking best, I'd say LeBron. Do I have any? Do you disagree? LeBron is pretty clearly the best, right?
I mean, yeah, I agree. LeBron or Luka, doesn't matter to me.
The fact that LeBron managed to get like 17 assists with the team that he's on right now, with the players that he's with, is mind blowing.
That is true.
That's insane.
When I was watching it and it said he had 17 assists, I felt like I hadn't even seen anyone else score.
Yeah, and I think we're watching a new type of dominance. Because LeBron's not scoring over 30 points a game. He's getting like massive amounts of assists and leading his team, which is really cool and fun to watch. Even though like there's a little part of me that wants to watch him go off for 50, you know.
Yeah.
He'll do that if he has to.
But
He's just saving it.
Yeah. Which that's another reason to be hopeful about the Lakers, because eventually LeBron's gonna start scoring for sure.
yeah,
And it's like if Anthony Davis gets 40 and LeBron gets 40, that's a dub.
He's just saving up his energy, honestly.
I don't know if LeBron is the best player in the playoffs though.
Who you got?
Jason Tatum. No, it's not Jason Tatum. Dude.
Evan Fournier.
Evan Fournier, yes.
Okay, it's either LeBron,
First.
Giannis, or Harden. Honestly, it's one of them.
Harden is very freaking good.
But I'm probably leaning freaking LeBron. Dang it. Yeah, I'd say he still is.
It's LeBron.
I think he's still
It's
take a
LeBron.
little
How much longer do you think he has to be this dominant?
He gets better every year.
I'd say 7 years left.
Like, to be this dominant, or just total 7 years?
Dominant.
He's got like
He's gonna be
20.
43 and he's gonna be dominant.
He's gonna be in his 50s and he's still gonna be like a borderline all-star. Just run out there with Bronny.
Yes. That's what I'm calling. I think LeBron will play basketball forever.
Until he's
He's
like
out there
80.
80
Until
years
they
old.
guard him off.
I do think, I don't think 7 years for him to be like top 5 players in the league is crazy.
I think it's pretty crazy.
Really. If at this trajectory he's gonna be even better 7 years from now than he is right now.
I mean, he hasn't gone down at all. He gets better and better and better. The day that this is gonna be a sad day. Like when LeBron finally like starts not being as good.
Could you imagine LeBron being a bench warmer?
No. No. Dude.
Like coming off the bench and getting like 5 minutes a game.
Like
when the team is
off the bench.
And the crowd just goes crazy every time he touches the ball. He dribbles the ball.
You said goes crazy, but I just pictured you like, I pictured him like spazzing out, missing every shot, just chucking.
People are still cheering.
Yeah,
They're still cheering.
They're still cheering.
He shot it.
He's like 65 years old, and he's just out there chucking up shots. Getting his pocket picked every time. He's completely bald. Like, got a white mustache.
He's got the reverse fade.
Wow. Why he does, I don't know. That's just what you do when you're 60 years old.
Yeah, I mean, 20 years from now.
It's
20 years from now.
LeBron's gonna have a natural reverse fade. Because he refuses to go bald, so it's just gonna keep growing and it's gonna get
But how long would his sideburns be? Would he grow them out? What do you think?
He's gonna be 65 years old. And it's gonna be really hard to get a haircut, so he's got 20 years.
He's gonna try growing an afro, but it's just gonna be a reverse fade.
He's got braids at the bottom.
The braids are like this thick because there's like 4 strands of hair in them. But this is a little off topic. But I was playing Fight Night Champion the other day, and there's this automated boxer that I was fighting. I had never seen this or thought of this as a possibility. But his head was completely bald, completely shaved head, no facial hair at all, except for his sideburns. He just had sideburns right here, and no other hair on his head except his eyebrows. And it was the funniest. Like
It wasn't even like.
yeah, it wasn't much drops.
Like right
It was
here.
literally just
wondering.
a couple inches on his ears, and it was the funniest thing ever. But yeah, if I ever go bald, I would rock that look, just sideburns and nothing else, because I can't grow a beard to save my life. So I just have like some little sideburn hairs here.
It's
Call it a day.
We take too much joy in haircuts.
Haircuts and facial hair is the funniest thing ever.
I'm sorry, did you say best?
Oh man. You guys got anything else you want to hit? Anything you got to get off your chest?
Well, between like the 3 or 4 different cuts of this we've done, I think we've covered every single thing.
Well, I think Kyle Korver.
Definitely Kyle Korver. Karis LeVert. We gotta give Karis a little shout out. Let's talk about the Nets. Let's talk about the Nets real quick.
Yeah, and how good they're gonna be next year.
This is what I'm thinking. Karis is okay. He's not really. Well, right now he's a ball dominant player because he's the #1 player on the team.
I feel like they're gonna trade him.
I don't think they're gonna trade him because he hasn't been a ball dominant player until they've gotten to the bubble. But it's been really awesome to watch him be the best player on a bad team.
I mean,
Because Karis graduated with my sister, so I watched him play basketball throughout high school. And then his injuries in Michigan became decent in Michigan, and now he's a freaking boss.
he's also been injured a ton in the NBA.
Yeah.
So it's good to see him out there doing his thing.
But man, the Nets are gonna be so good.
Yeah, but
Kyrie, Karis, Joe Harris, the perfect role player for the
perfect role player.
Kevin Durant and Jared Allen. That's your starting 5.
Yeah.
That's got ships written all over.
And then, I mean, the Warriors, we might have said this already, but the Warriors are going to be sweet again next year. So it's going to be a totally different NBA. And is Anthony Davis' contract up? No, he would never leave.
It doesn't matter. Anthony Davis isn't going anywhere.
He's staying.
He's staying.
surface, he does not have a bright future.
And then we got that Wilder guy. What's his name?
Oh, Dylan Windler.
Yeah, Windler.
He's just
He's
some
gonna be
shooter.
a nice little bum for the Cavs, I feel like, but
A nice little bum.
we'll take him.
Also, I feel like I should just say Duncan Robinson is an insane three-point shooter.
Dude,
Duncan Robinson is a dog.
in his rookie year, hasn't he hit 9 threes in a game like multiple times?
Yeah.
Like a few years ago, that would have been the NBA record, or would have tied it.
Yeah, a few years ago, being like 1970.
Kobe had the record of 9 threes, I think, until recently.
You
Like
don't
literally,
think
Steph and Clay broke it in the last like 4 or 5 years, I think. Maybe it was 10 or 11 that Kobe had, I forget, but Kobe had it for a while.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, Kobe did have it.
And it was only like 9 or 10.
The 80s when he was with Magic and
Yeah, that was when Kobe was real good, when he was like 5 years old.
yeah. Alright, but I think that's gonna wrap it up. This
all in
video's
all-
gonna end up being like an hour long, I'm thinking. I don't know how long it's gonna be, but it's
yeah.
gonna be fun to edit.
All in all,
I'll tell you that.
the basketball has been awesome. It's been sweet.
The NBA's back, baby.
Yep.
Let's give a little shout out to our favorite players. Lemon Sminkovic for me.
Mine is Elijah Preston.